Welcome back, one and all, to another coin rating here on the Culture of Currency. To remind you, we place each coin on our 60-point scale in search of the next elite level coin, scoring a 50 or higher. Will we have that coin today? Well, at first glance, there's a good shot. As always, in order to be fair in our grading system, we bring you along with us as we dive into the culture of this coin and where it was commissioned in order to see its strength of cultural significance both to the particular country but also to the world. I assume most of you could tell the country of origin by the thumbnail, but if some of you for some reason could not, we are taking you back to a very special Caribbean country that in my opinion has been the most impactful for great silver coins in the entire Caribbean region. We of course are talking about Barbados. If you are new to the culture of currency and not aware, this is the third coin we have rated from Barbados. We have rated the Standard of Barbados in the Silver Trident, and we've also rated the Silver Seahorse. This coin that we bring you today is one that was marketed to my heartstrings. Anytime I see a pelican, I'm instantly brought back to my childhood. This bird makes me smell the sea breeze and I feel the spray of the ocean. I want to take a moment to hear from you. I want to know in the comments below the answer to this question. If you could have any bird on a silver 1-ounce coin, what would it be and why? My pelican is already on one, but if I had to choose another, I might go with a cardinal or a red-winged blackbird. Let me know in the comments. The pelican is and has always been one of my most cherished animals, so when I saw this coin, I had to purchase it. What is better is that we get a head-to-head comparison against another pelican coin in my collection that I thought was mid-tiered in the St. Kitts and Nevis pelican. We shall see which bird flies highest in a moment, but first let's talk about Barbados. And don't want to beat a dead horse on the culture, so I will hit a few things I have always thought were cool and then get into this seabird coin. Barbados is located here in what many consider the Lesser Antilles, though it is really not technically a part of the same chain, for the island is located in the Western Atlantic Ocean rather than the Caribbean Sea. The flag of Barbados is still, in my opinion, one of the coolest in the world. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with Poseidon, so anything with a trident on it was cool, and this flag is no different. It's the reason I still love Maserati. As you can see, we have 3 equal bands. The 2 outer bands are what they call ultramarine blue, while the center band is gold. Blue is to represent the sea and sky, whereas the gold represents the beaches. We have the center a black trident head, but not the entire spear. The reason for this, as we explained in the previous video, is that Barbados broke their former master in England when they established their independence. To make things less redundant, I encourage you to visit those other 2 videos if you're interested in the importance of, let's say, sugarcane or their battle for independence. I will try to present a common era Barbados so that the content in this video gives you more information on the current state of affairs. The first thing I have to bring to your attention, because many of you are tired of seeing Queen Elizabeth on coins, is this. Though Barbados does not have a queen on their coin, this island is looking to remove the monarch of England as its head of state in November of 2021. This will be a huge move for the entire Caribbean area and all of the islands that we love. We may see 2 whole sides of silver dedicated to telling the beautiful stories of these islands rather than one, which I think we can all agree is amazing. So if Barbados changes their policy, it'll be interesting to see if other islands in the area follow suit. We may, for example, see the EC8 series of Caribbean coins that have 2 sides dedicated to those nations. Barbados was a country, like many in the region, that was built on agriculture, most of that being sugarcane and therefore molasses, among other minor crops. And they were doing that up to and beyond the emancipation of slavery in the British colonies. Barbados achieved its independence in 1966, and almost 30 years went before another industry took over as the lead money maker, which was tourism. The giant growth of the middle class in America over the preceding generation made travel much more attainable, and the biggest beneficiaries were these islands that could put forth the infrastructure to welcome the dollars of the world. This island is roughly 2.5 times the size of Washington, D.C., so it's not hard to think of the vast impact a resort or maybe a port could have on the entire island. Barbados also has a natural stock of petroleum and natural gas, which helps their endeavors of economic freedom, but what I love is their fish. As you can see in this picture, courtesy of NASA, there are nice reefs, especially on the west coast, that are full of beautiful, tasty fish. This island sees less hurricanes than other Caribbean islands, so that helps with the degradation of coral. There is a healthy population of about 300,000 on this island, with about 90% of those being of African descent, mostly because of the slave population that stayed after they were freed in the 1800s. This is the most densely populated of the Eastern Caribbean, with roughly a third living in urban areas. The life expectancy is 78, which is not so bad for the area, but I think one natural disaster can cause issue because their hospital bed rate is 6 for every 1,000 currently. COVID taught us that many of us are far too low in this ratio. One issue I see is a 26% unemployment rate. I wonder how industries will develop on the island to account for the lower numbers in the future. It only takes 5 years to become a naturalized citizen of Barbados, and they accept dual citizenship. So if you think you want to retire in the Caribbean, you may want to take a look at this island. The location of Barbados places the island within the same time zone as the stock markets in the US, so the financial sector of this island really helps out the economy become probably the strongest in the Caribbean. Another marker of this is an increasingly higher educated workforce. The only issues noted by the CIA for Barbados are the transport of illicit drugs, mostly from Venezuela to the US and Europe, and human trafficking, mostly of its own citizens, which according to the CIA and their government, there has been many huge steps taken for helping that issue. All in all, this is an island I really want to get familiar with. With this being my third video on the island, Barbados has climbed on my list as a great place to visit. Now let's transition into this awesome coin. As you can see from the front or obverse of this coin, we once again have one of the coolest coats of arms you will find. We have the shield with the fig tree and flower, held up by a dolphin and a pelican. I assume this is more of the mahi dolphin or dorado rather than flipper because it has scales. Up top we have a fist-clenching sugarcane. This is an awesome front, and the only detraction is the bare background. It's not a bad front of the coin because the design on the front is fairly nice, but a little texture in the background would have gone a long way. So I give the score of the front a 6. Let's flip it to the back and see the beauty of the brown pelican. I will say that birds on coins either look really good or really bad. This one is a winner. Everything is within perfect ratio. The feathers are detailed and the finishes make the layers pop. The text and the fonts are perfect and do not take away from any of the art, and the details of the swirls are just fantastic. Let's get a closer look at those swirls. Those are so fine that you would miss them if you did not know they were there. This coin would be extremely hard to knock off. I think the back of this coin is amazing and scores a 9. This may be one of the best backs of any nautical coin I have seen. Mintage is next, and where many of you need to perk up your ears. This coin has a mintage of 10,000. That's it. This is a beauty that will be gone soon if you do not get yours now. Trust me when I say that it is well worth it. 10K mintage scores a 9. The next category we must traverse is cultural significance. This is where the coins of Barbados shine because many of the other Caribbean coins like the EC8 series have one side of their coins dedicated to the Queen. This coin does not. It hosts as culturally relevant of a front as you could ask for with the coat of arms, and hosts the bird on the back that can be seen from the coat of arms on the front. The bird is the most iconic of the island and well worth a 10 for significance. This coin tells a story that is synonymous with what you would see if you visited, so it's basically a postcard. The second to last category is collectability. In my honest opinion, Barbados will be one of those legends of silver and gold coins over time by the quality of their designs alone. They broke with the Queen and have two sides of well-minted art that really do justice to collecting. They are low mintage, and I have not been disappointed with any that I have seen from them yet. I think it should score an 8, but would score higher if they had a theme that was more in demand. The last category is uniqueness. This is a coin that is unique in its fit and finish for sure, but the subject matter is hosted by St. Kitts and Nevis yearly and a standard that I see in other countries on occasion. Therefore, it only scores a 6. This coin, therefore, scores a total of 48 out of 60, just missing the elite coin status. It beat the other Pelican coin of St. Kitts to be the top bird, and it is second highest among my 3 Barbados coins. The Trident smashed the elite coin line with a score of 53, and the Barbados Seahorse scored a 42 for reference. My final thoughts are that this is one of the best bird coins or nautical coins you can buy this year. I think the Wedgetail Eagle is another great competitor, but think overall, if you can get your hands on anything coming out of Barbados, do it. I think it is a matter of time before the level of artistry becomes recognized and the coins become harder to get. Thank you for tuning in, and as always, please stay classy and current with the culture of currency.